What's up, everybody? Koinonia Trader here, Thursday, June 20th, coming at you with another trade recap for today's session in the morning. We took this short right here. You can see there is the order, and took profits at this low and at this draw on liquidity. So starting on the 4-hour chart, how did we know to go short today? Well, we looked for areas of interest to the downside, just because we always do that. We look for upside and downside, and upside we are at all-time highs. So we looked at this low right here that was sitting within this 4-hour fair value gap. Figured this would end up being the draw on liquidity. So on the 4-hour, we saw that. The 1 hour, the one thing that was interesting me a lot was the fact that we accumulated yesterday and then we pumped right on up. So this made me think that this was accumulation, and then we would manipulate up, and we were going to end up distributing down for the morning session. And as you can see, we did. So that was a good call out there. So that's why I ended up taking this swing low here as our draw on liquidity. That's where we wanted to get to. And so then I just needed to see that quarterly theory aligned with that. And we did to an extent, right? Overnight for Asia session, we did have a big strong move on up. So that made me think it was X the night before. And then overnight, we ended up getting a very strong move on up for London. So that was a little odd for me. I've never really seen that too often. And so I said, you know what? I think this may have ended up just being accumulation up, manipulation here, and then we're going to distribute back down. So I wanted to wait and see on the 1 minute chart that we were going to end up getting that for the micro session here in the morning, which we did not. So that's the interesting thing. We were accumulating here. We dipped down. So this looked like manipulation down. So initially, my plan was that we were going to distribute up and then reverse at like 10:08. We were going to reverse back down. So I was going to look for my shorts then, but I wanted to target this buy side liquidity. But I noticed that on ES, we ended up taking that buy side first before NQ, and we started stalling there a little bit. I marked out this 5-minute fair value gap, and on live today, I was telling the team, we see this 5-minute fair value gap right there. If we end up getting a 5-minute close outside of that fair value gap, because we're going to distribute up, if we get a 5-minute close under this, I'm going to switch back to being bearish, because that should not be the case. This 5-minute fair value gap should hold us up if we're truly going to continue going up. But we didn't. We got SMT at that high, and so that right there was already painting a picture that this is going to end up dropping. So when we saw that this 1 minute fair value gap was holding well, I decided to take in my market order of those contracts with the stop above this high right here. And shortly after that, we just had a big dump on down. I took the majority of my profits here at this low just because it hit my daily target. And then I left one runner, I believe, to the draw on liquidity where we perfectly bounced. So that was a great target. And as you can see, price continued dropping, and we are still dropping. So overall, the analysis played out. Obviously, quarterly theory didn't work out in this case, according to how we usually play it. But regardless, you have to be fluid and dynamic in this market to be able to see the bigger picture of everything. Higher time frame pointed to distribution down, and so that's why we would need to look at it. We looked for quarterly theory for further confluence to that, and it did not give us that, but we did end up getting SMT because we were watching ES at the same time, and so we were able to bank on those shorts this morning. So hopefully you guys took a nice trade like this today. If you didn't catch the first drop, you definitely had a second opportunity here to get a very nice gain as well. So we'll see what tomorrow brings. Tomorrow is Capital Preservation Friday. We have had a great week, all green week so far, so we may not even take a trade. We'll see how it goes. So stay blessed, everybody. Peace.